Where are you going?
I'm going upstairs.
Not in this house, you were late.
Papi, don't!
So what?
Robert! Regina, let's go upstairs. Honestly, I haven't seen him in so long.
Where were you, Robert?
I was out, Richard.
You have a 9 p.m. curfew, and it's 9:30. I expected to be here doing your chores. You know what? Now, go clean up dishes, change your sister, and while you're at it, get me a beer.
I have a life. I don't want to be stuck in this house all day. And while you're at it, why don't you get yourself a damn beer?
Oh, Robert, no!
What's the problem?
Who do you think you are?
Go upstairs,
You're not my
right
father.
now! No! Hey, you will talk to my son that got over my dead body!
Oh, really? That's how you feel, too?
Yes, get off me!
No, tired.
Get off me!
Let's go.
Tough to watch, but that is the Miracle Center. They put on a brand new production, and it's based on a popular book by a well-known Chicago businessman. It details the rags to riches story of a Los Angeles man who now calls Chicago home. You may have heard of him, Robert Renteria, and joining us now to talk a little bit more about this are Mary Santana. She's the executive director of the Miracle Center. Also Rogelio Castro, he's an actor, which you saw in the play there. And Vanessa Torres, who is the communications director of the Miracle Center and who has also been in a number of productions in the past. Thank you so much to the three of you coming in.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so that is impressive. Like I said, tough to watch. I mean, there's a lot. It's very weighty, very heavy for people to watch if they're not familiar with the story. What can you tell us about it?
I just think that one of the reasons we decided to do that project was because it was very heavy, and there's a lot of information that's very vital in terms of Robert's story, growing up in East LA and all the gangs and, you know, all the drugs and all that. But he became successful, and I think it was a very important message even for the Miracle Center in terms of our teens to learn how important it is when you're in these situations, there's always opportunity to get out and to become successful.
Yeah. What was it like to turn it from a book into a production? Because I think that's probably one of the most difficult things to do, because you've got so much material that you then have to condense into what, an hour and a half. And I'm going to go to you, Vanessa, and answer that.
Well, this actually we're in a year-long process. So our students, we have Rogelio and 30 other students who are going to be on stage and part of the production itself. We took this back in the fall of September of 2015. And we started just reading, researching, and we also had Robert, the author, part of the process. So they were able to ask him questions, and they were able to dig into the story. So we used his story as a framework of telling what the Barrio Project is about. And then we went on to the second phase, was incorporating their stories. So it gave them the outlet to express what his life was about, but what they're going through here in Chicago as well. And on our production team, we have Maria Torres, who's the associate choreographer for Gloria Stefan's On Your Feet Broadway show.
Which I saw, and it was excellent, yes.
So she's part of our team as well. She's the artistic advisor, and so she's been able to take our teams through the process. So really just learning the production and taking it from a book to the adaptation to really mount it on the stage now, which is phenomenal because the kids really get to dig deep and they write their life in it.
Yeah. Okay, so Rogelio, you're next, because I got to talk to you, right? So you're a part of this.
Yes.
What was that like for you? I assume you probably read the book, and
Yes.
you've had these connections with Robert, and he's really an incredible person to talk to that you gain a lot of good information from.
Yes, like Vanessa was saying, what we started was with the book, and you know, there's so much, you know, that we could use, but what we did was we took an outline of the story and we said, okay, what bits and pieces to us matter and what would matter to the audience. And at the same time, like Vanessa was saying, adding our own stories, finding, well, what scenes or what parts of Robert's life relate to us personally.
So give me an example for you personally. What part of his life relates to you and what you're going through and what maybe kids in your neighborhood go through?
Well, for me, with that scene that we just saw, you know, the idea of a fractured family, and I come from a fractured family, and, you know, being able to, even though I am in a fractured family, and though there are struggles at times, and it's hard for me, I still push through, just like Robert does in his book, you know, with his stepfather, you know, being so malicious towards him, and not only him, but his mother, who he cares so dearly for. you know, the same thing with me. I've had men role models in my life who, though they're supposed to be there for me, they're not. They're, you know, teaching me the wrong things. And for me, thank the Lord, I was able to see, you know, that's not what, you know, us as a community should be doing. I shouldn't be doing those types of things. I shouldn't be a part of that. So I found an outlet, which is theater for me.
Do you feel like there has been a good positive response from not just, you know, the parents and the community, but the kids who are out every day out on the streets kind of trying to make things work?
You know what? Actually, the process has been amazing. Rogelio plays Robert. And, you know, the final presentation or production is, you know, it's very important. But I think for us, it's the process in terms of seeing the lives of our young people change through this book. And I think that has been so vital and so important for us. Rogelio and I have many, many conversations because I kept telling him, you know what, you're living Robert's life in the natural. I said, so when he's acting, you feel it.
Yeah.
You have to go sometimes to those dark places to really portray Robert.
Just real quick, what was it like for Robert to see it for the first time?
He hasn't seen the whole production
He
yet.
hasn't seen the whole production, okay.
No. We're in
I
tech
imagine
starting
it's going
next
to be
week.
very moving for
It
him.
is. It's
All
been
right.
great.
Let's get the information up on the screen on where you can see it. There's the Miracle Center. Great group of kids and adults who are working with them. The Barrio Project, it's called, and it's from the book, From the Barrio to the Boardroom. It starts August 11th, so you've got a little bit of time. 2311 North Pulaski, themiraclecenter.org to get more information. Good luck to all of you guys.
Thank you.
You always
Thank you
do a
so much.
wonderful job, so thank you for coming in.
Appreciate it.
All
Thank
right.
you.